education, health and the basic amenities like drinking water, transport, streets and such others. I would fight for government responsibility of all the three issues what I have mentioned. Just now they are privatized. Education is privatized, health is privatized and all the basic amenities are gradually getting privatized. That's because of the policies of the government, that is after globalization, the privatization and liberalization policies which have entered into our country. So, I would fight against the privatization of all these basic and key issues of public life. The most important burning issue is of unemployment and the problems of agriculture. That apart, problems of the youth, that's in the field of culture. People are absolutely clueless as to what is right, what is wrong, whether we should stick to our old traditions or we should welcome the changes which are mostly coming from US and other advanced countries. It's very important that we address these cultural issues. Labor intensive industries as against capital intensive industries which are taking away jobs. And in the agricultural sector we are demanding subsidies to seeds, fertilizers, pesticides and even supplying water and electricity at subsidized rates to the farmers who are taking recourse to suicide. More than 1,86,000 farmers have committed suicide in the last 8 to 10 years. So, we are again for the government responsibility in improving these two important sectors, sector of employment and agriculture. That's creating public awareness regarding all the social evils which are plaguing our public life today and showing the root cause of the evils. That's the present capitalist system as the root cause of it, socio-economic system, and the rest are the fallouts or the what shall I say, in medical terms if I am to say, these are the symptoms of a grave disease, whether of unemployment, price rise, inflation or the problem of terrorism or any of these problems are the offshoots of this very system, capitalist system. We are trying to create awareness in the public regarding this. I can't say failure exactly, but I can say I and in fact our organization has not succeeded in fighting the patriarchal mindset which is very prevalent in our society, even among the educated sections. But I say we will continue the battle. It's developed over a period of several thousands of years and we will continue the fight. I am committed to the society. I am a whole-time worker of SUCI. So, I am available all the 365 days. From morning till night, anybody can contact me, except on such dates as I am on tour. I am the All India General Secretary of a women's organization, so I keep touring different states. So, except on such dates which our office will make it clear to the public, I am available to the public on all the days. What I feel is the intelligence agency of our country is primarily to be held responsible for it, and the political interference which disturbs the functioning of these intelligence agencies, that has to be checked. There should be public pressure on the government to see to it that these agencies do their job efficiently. And as I told you earlier, corruption is an offshoot of this very system. Say a man is inflicted with tuberculosis, fever, cough, and we say vomiting of blood, loss of weight, all these are the symptoms. If we fight corruption, it doesn't end unless the system is ended. The system is giving birth to these problems, and alongside bringing pressure on the government to make the intelligence agency work and the government, different wings of the government to work, will build public pressure and will create an awareness in the public to overthrow the system. Here again I have two ways of tackling it. One is raising it in the parliament and making it an issue so that it becomes an issue of the parliament to be discussed. And we know today probably hardly 20% of the money allotted goes to the real work, 80% is siphoned off. Otherwise, we believe in organizing the people, people's committees to work as watchdogs, watchdog committees, to see to it. Now because of this the new act which has come, right to information, we create awareness in the public to keep a watch on this working of any of these projects, and to see to it that the money is not siphoned off. If a powerful social awareness is created, it can be checked to a great extent, I believe. Several lakhs of jobs are remaining vacant with the state government as well as the central government. First of all, we demand that those jobs be filled. We have fought, and we have got several hundreds and thousands of teachers recruited through this, and even now several lakhs of jobs in every state government are remaining vacant. And the railways, there are several lakhs of jobs remaining vacant. So we demand that all those jobs be filled in the first place. In the second place, again the public sector units, which were once the pride of the nation, be made to run in a proper way, which got closed down because of the government's emphasis on the private companies. So we demand that the government take over. We are absolutely opposed to it. There is no place for it in a democratic polity. There should be democratic debates, discussions. That's no way of imposing one's view on others. This age-old ways of making somebody do as somebody wishes or somebody says, we are dead opposed to it. We believe in democratic values, democratic spirit, democratic norms. I would request my voters that the country needs a change. The country where more than 83 crores of people live hardly on 20 rupees a day is not the condition to be allowed to be continued. It should change as early as possible. There is large polarization of wealth. There is a huge gap between the haves and the have-nots. 4 out of 10 richest people in the world are Indians, but that is not a matter of pride for us. It only shows how big is the gap. So I would request my voters that if this state of affairs continue, then conditions will go from bad to worse. So I would request them that there should be a change. So they should look for alternative politics, the politics of sacrifice, the politics of greatness, and the politics of social good. That would be my message.